G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckerwalt, Marks Point, with this Friday's fishing report. Look, it's already blowing a little bit of nor'east at the present, and today it will get up to around about 25 knots. A couple of reports this morning from anglers coming back, a little bit bumpy offshore as well. Water temperature's been fluctuating. Last week it was down as low as 18 degrees, and this week we've seen some of those inshore temperatures back around 20 to 21 along the beaches. A lot of discolour to the water out wide, and some reports up around Broughton yesterday indicated that the water had rolled over, quite cold, barracuda, and real dirty brown. Down here at the moment, it's an uphill current, and it's not too bad. We've got water temp just over the back of the farm around 23.5 degrees, and then basically what we're seeing is some really hot, warm temperatures out on the edge, up to around about 24. Been some marlin on the farm, and just outside of the farm, 65, 70 fathoms, both black and striped marlin at the moment, and there's a few blue marlin on the edge. There was a couple of good catches a little bit further south yesterday as well, back down towards Broken Bay. Been some big dolphin fish, fish around 15, 20 kilo as well. So it does pay just to get out there and troll a few skirts. On the inshore reefs, look, a few snapper and flathead, and of course trag, but the offshore fishing isn't really reaching any heights. We're still well down on bonito numbers. Would have expected by now they'd be here in very good numbers, but they haven't been. And of course there are a few tailor, and those tailor are now sprinkling along the beaches, and the early morning and late afternoon guys are catching them. And strangely enough, again this week, we're starting to see a few salmon along the beaches. The beach fishing's been a little bit up and down as well. Like on Sunday afternoon, there were some cracking fish get caught. A couple of the fish that I've seen winding up to 40 centimetres. I've seen a dart would have been easily a kilo, which was probably the best dart I've ever seen, and a few trevally brim. So there's been a real assortment of fish getting caught, but again, what you catch today you may not catch tomorrow, and it's due to this fluctuation. Tomorrow we're going to have those winds ease a little bit, and then of course next week we're going to see a southerly change or southeast change around about Wednesday. So really Saturday, Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, really making some excellent fishing to what's going on. So we'll start to sort of see what's happening now, where we'll get this as we run into the moon. See, the Tuesday night being the full moon, we always expect to get some weather pattern changes in that full moon range. Now, of course, the prawn run, Australia Day weekend, the 26th, Wednesday, the 26th, was when the prawn run will commence. So that's going to be virtually the last prawn run of the year. So it's something to keep in the notebook, because I reckon that what's going to happen is we'll see squid numbers build throughout the estuary. This week they've dropped off a little bit. I know the guys have been getting a few down at Murray's, and there's been a few at the drop over, but they've basically spread out. We really need that prawn run to group themselves back in, and of course as we go into February, March, we'll start to see some really good numbers of squid. Still a few kings at the bridge, been some nice mull away in the lake, and over the back here you'll see quite a few boats at the moment. They're walking the flats, they're using tube worms. Some of the guys are out there using some surface lures. They're catching some really nice whiting and a lot of brim, and there are a lot of brim in the system at the moment, and a lot of small fish. Had a couple of really good reports today, some very big flathead in the channel. But again, sensibility is that the bigger fish at this time of the year, it's so important to get those breeders back into the system. There's enough fish around that 40 to 55 centimetre mark to take home for a feed, and again we just want to protect these breeding females. The rocks, we haven't had a lot of reports on the rocks, but I did have a few guys asking was there a few snapper spots. I bet Catherine Hill Bay and down towards Fraser Park are always one of those spots that can produce snapper, but this time of year that redhead Dudley area fishes well off the rocks for snapper, so that may be worth a bit of a crack when that wind comes around. This week's Fish of the Week winner is Leeman. Now, young Lewis caught his first small away, and it's always great to see a youngster catch their first fish. It was 70 centimetres. But what made it so special, he caught it with his dad, and it's something that his dad had done was his father. So look, that family connection is just absolutely fantastic. Now, young Lewis, you come on down to the warehouse there, and we'll fix you up with a couple of those ZEREK fish traps that been working very well on these flathead, particularly in Swansea Channel. So look, good luck and great fishing. Don't forget everyone, keep on sending these photos in. We're going to be heading towards the end of the month prize. Remember, up to $400 worth of prizes to be won. Important to get your photos in. I'll see you next Friday.